happened. Micah Parsons is held without a holding call. Micah, as we all know, has repeatedly complained publicly about this. This week, Jerry Jones publicly backed Micah on this issue, saying that he and Stephen Jones will ask the competition committee to consider a rule change to more fairly officiate Micah's pass rushes. Micah has only a sack and a half in his last 4 games. He finished last season with only a sack and a half in his last 6 games. Last holding call was called 38 quarters ago, all the way back to an October 16th game
Michael Parsons
against the Chargers. So, Michael, you haven't weighed in on this just yet. How much have uncalled holding penalties hurt Micah's sack total?
It has obviously hurt his sack total. Let's go through this now. T.J. Watt leads the league right now with 17 sacks. Micah Parsons right here with Myles Garrett at 13. You're talking about a difference just 4 sacks. In 38 quarters, 38 quarters, you mean to tell me one of the best pass rushers in this league can't get a holding call? We obviously seen the plays that Micah Parsons puts out.
So are you saying that he's yet to have one holding call in 38 quarters?
Mm-hmm. It's been 38 since one was called against somebody blocking him.
Yes.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
I can't even do that math. How many games is that?
Right.
It's the first half of the Chargers game that you celebrated that we won 20-17.
Well, okay, so that's a lot. Go ahead, Michael. When you said 38, it made my ears go up.
Right, and that's, so what he's saying,
that's kind of wild.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And especially when he's putting out these things. We talked earlier about Micah Parsons talking and all of those things. Would we have brought this up? Would we be talking? We talk about him saying stuff about Brock Purdy, but I'm glad he said something about this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if we're saying stop talking, then maybe we lose the Brock Purdy stuff. But do we lose this too?
No.
This is the issue right here. I want to see what the NFL is going to do about this. And these plays he's putting out, these aren't like, okay, that can go any kind of way. Okay, yeah, I can see why they didn't call that. These are blatant holding calls, and these are holding calls, and why aren't they're getting called is something the NFL needs to answer to. I'm with Micah Parsons on this, and not just because he's a Dallas Cowboy, but it is. What's going on here? If this was any player, you would want to know why is it taking 38 calls, 38 quarters, and you don't get a call, and why are we seeing these things?
That for a player that plays in the trenches and goes and gets the quarterback, that's a long time, man.
October 16th.
To not get one?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you're one of the top pass rushers in this league. It's pretty amazing. But guys, listen, and through this, as I said, you're up here saying things about what he's supposed to do. Everybody's up here talking about Michael Parsons, and Michael Parsons is saying, "I'm being held."
But that's okay. I'll go back. I don't mind him talking about himself.
Right.
I don't want him talking about a team that hung 42 on me, unless I tell that team, "We'll be back." Do that, but don't go after a player. That's my only gripe. I'm with Micah on this. Look, a lot of people are going to get held. That's part of it. You're in the trenches. It's egregious to think back to what you said, Skip, October in Chargers to where we are today, not one. Just not one. You can't get a hands to the face, a pull down, not one. So it would be interesting to see how many of these pass rush specialists that we talk about, Nick Bosa, T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, now Von hasn't played much, but the guys,
the holding calls, right.
They're holding calls up against them because there could be coming down from the league office to not make those calls.
Agreed.
It could be. I don't know, and until Michael brought up the 38, because unlike Michael, I don't read his notes like he does me in listening in what we're talking about. So
Skip brought it up in the run-up. You know what I mean?
And so,
it's reality.
But as far as his playmaking ability, as I continue to keep saying, I need him to keep going. I don't need you to shut the motor down because somebody's holding you.
And he doesn't. And that's what
I didn't say that he did.
I know you did. But I'm saying that adds to it, because if he did, then okay, I see why they didn't call the call. But this dude doesn't stop.
I need him to
That's
do
why it should be.
the one thing that I continue to harp on is I want Mariano Rivera is what I want out of him. Yeah. You know who that is, Skip? Close the damn deal at the end of the day.
Yep.
I was hyped about the clip that we keep showing in Micah Parsons against Miami, the third clip where he fought through it. The guy's grabbing him around it. He fought through it, made the tackle at the line of scrimmage. But that's just as good as a sack.
And by the way, we outrushed Miami 97-91 when a lot of people thought we were going to get run off the football field.
See, I like this particular play right here. Yeah. I love this. Get through there. Now go get that.
Yeah.
They're holding him there. But fight through that. Don't stop. Bringing awareness to this situation is certainly going to help in the future. But what I would say to Jerry Jones, while you sitting up here talking about you or Stephen and one of them, you're going to talk to the competition committee about lightening things up. But you also going to lighten things up for Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa and Von Miller and Khalil Mack, all the pass rush specialists, and you got a $300 million quarterback back there. So you got to be careful with that.
If we can look at it, I don't know, if we can look at the numbers, I wouldn't venture that anyone has gone 38 quarters without a call. I'm just saying, I'm going to try to see if I can look into that. You go ahead and start.
All right. I got to echo Richard Sherman yesterday, because he did rise above all this and make the best point that you were alluding to. In the end, all this league cares about is protecting the quarterback, because we've lost too many already. We got too many backups playing backups. So they can't tweak these rules in favor of the pass rusher, or they're going to get more quarterbacks hurt. So that's the first point. But the second point is, what I do love about all this, and I think Jerry is shrewd enough of an operator to understand this, the greatest referee manipulator I was ever around, and I was around him a lot, was Phil Jackson in Chicago for Michael Jordan. He constantly got fined because after every game they lost, especially playoff games, especially against Indiana in the conference finals, he would just annihilate the referees, and he would plant seeds in their minds that you got to give this man a break. He's the best player in this game right now. He's the greatest player ever played this game. You have to give him more breaks here. And
Jordan got
Game 7, he would get to the foul line and shoot 20 free throws. Okay. So I love it that they're just planting more and more seeds in the back of the psyches of these referees, shaming them to the point that we talk about 38 quarters enough that finally this Saturday at Jerry World, surely Michael will get 1 or 2 holding calls on people trying to block him. I'm going to predict he'll get 2, because at some point they say, God, this is right. They say what you just said. Wait, 38 quarters? What are we doing?
Right.
Okay.
And the eye in the sky will be on me. The eye in the sky don't tell a lie.
And Micah makes a great point. He made it yesterday. We've never seen 4-3 as a pass rusher. He can run 4-3 in the 40. Now that doesn't mean it's not 40 yards to the quarterback, but it's coming with a quickness rarely, if ever, seen at that position, right? He can flat out fly at the quarterback. He doesn't play with the strength that Lawrence Taylor played with, not yet. Still a baby to me, so an NFL baby. He does not play with the strength that Charles Haley played with, because you couldn't even hold Charles. He's born strong. You know how he played. You can grab him all you want. He's just going to tear through it, because he played with a power that Micah doesn't yet play with. So Micah can get held successfully. It's easier to slow 4-3 down. Just get hands on him and hold on for dear life, because if you get 2 pairs of hands on him, you'll probably keep him from the quarterback, and that's what they have successfully done. So I love all that. The downside to all this, to your point, in conclusion, is at some point you got to quit talking about it and just fight through it, because it's just it's part of this game. It's part of this position. Everybody's going to get held because they're trying to protect the quarterback. So you have to figure a way to even outquick the holds. You got to beat them to the punch so badly they can't even get a hold of you, right? Where
Yeah,
you beat them to spots.
Here's what I would tell him.
Wait. Y'all hear what y'all are saying.
What?
Don't complain about being held
That's not what we're saying, Michael.
all the time.
That's not what we're saying.
Just play football.
That's not what we're saying, Michael. What we're saying is we hear everything you are saying, but I need you in this situation to be Superman regardless is all I'm saying.
Right.
Regardless, yes, what I was going to say is my advice to him is you need to continue to talk to the referees. Hey, man, he's holding me.
Yeah.
He's holding me constantly.
Right.
When they walking off the field, he's holding me. He's holding me. When I'm going to the locker room at halftime, he's holding me. You know how we did as receivers. We constantly put it in their head. Hey, man, to grab me. I can't get off.
See that? You
didn't see him grab me?
You didn't see this?
And then eventually we get a call. So you have to do those things.
Yeah.
And I don't mind Michael doing that.
No.
You know, right now what he's done, he's brought it to everybody's attention, and we're talking about it on the show here. We know people are watching, and I want to see the results of it. I want to make sure. I hope the NFL is weighing in on this. This is serious business.
Now they may come back out and say that they
38 quarters.
That's crazy though.
38 quarters.
Are you sure?
That's just,
I mean, I know you're sure, but
it's strong numbers. It's strong numbers.
How many snaps is that? I'd like to know that too.
Yeah, it's a lot of
How many snaps has he played since the last holding call against him?
Great point.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever gone 38 quarters without getting the PI?
No. I wouldn't. I couldn't even imagine it. That's a lot.
No, I couldn't imagine it either.
no. So the one place I will stand and applaud Micah using social media to his advantage was for this because he posted a picture right after the Miami. It was a loss, but he posted that egregious holding call picture where little Tua is sitting there about ready to launch.
And two dudes is holding him.
Yep. And he two got him.
Guy got him around the waist, and another dude looked like around the face mask.
Right. And I told you, I just needed one play where he got home and dislodged the football. And it's up for grabs, and it's on the turf, and we scoop it and score it because that's what we do.
He probably could have got Tua if it was only one of them holding him.
Yeah, maybe.
That was funny, though. Free me, dog.
Yeah.
Whatever I did, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Whatever.
Come on, man. Look at this right here, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I gotta get the Cowboy fandom out of you, though.
That's crazy.
Oh, you never get it.
It's just what reality is. Right? It's not about the Cowboys there. It's about right. And that's wrong.
I predict 2 holding calls.
It's against the Cowboys.
But
Saturday.
It's wrong.
It's against
Saturday
the Cowboys.
night.
It's wrong.
Even more.
Okay.
I think he'll get at least 2, too.
All right.
I don't know about that, but
Up next, we
At
got to
home?
talk about the defending champions, Chiefs unraveling.